Hey there, what's up guys, this is CryptoMac and we are watching Crypto with CryptoMac. Hope you guys are doing great today. Before going to this video, please like this video and also subscribe this channel now to support this channel. In this video, we are going to discuss about some of the projects that is mainly dealing with infrastructure. So these are the projects which is helping some of the blockchains and we can say it is helping blockchain to scale, and also it is helping it is helping more of the users and other developers to create some of decentralized application on the blockchains. So these are called as infrastructure projects. So it comes under infrastructure niches, which is helping these kind of things in the crypto industry. So that's a major thing. So we are going to see about important three alts in terms of infrastructure niche, which is very much important for the 2021 and also important for the Bitcoin bull cycle. So we are going to see one from the top 100, and also we are going to discuss about some of the smaller alts in infrastructure niche. Before going into before going into that particular content, we are going to first see the altcoin season index, and also we are going to discuss about Bitcoin dominance chart, because we know while approaching a Bitcoin altcoin seasons, Bitcoin dominance is very much important, because Bitcoin dominance has to drop down in order for the altcoins to perform well compared to the Bitcoin. So we have to discuss Bitcoin dominance chart. That is the most important thing. So we are going to discuss that one, and we will be seeing the alts. So stay tuned and let's dive into this video. First of all, we can see altcoin season index, and it is nothing much changed. You can see this in Bitcoin season, still the number is 14, and the graph is below 25. So great accumulation area. So it's a major accumulation area below 25, which is in Bitcoin season. And once it starts to move above 25, altcoins will perform tremendously. So this is the major area of accumulation zone. So better you can accumulate more alts during this particular season. So that's a major thing, and that's what I want to discuss. And how we can identify whether altcoin is starting is, during the start of altcoin season, the large cap altcoins will perform well first. So one of the indication is Zilliqa is performing well, but not the other all large cap also performing well. But you can see Zilliqa has performed well, and other coins will start to pump soon, guys. We will see top 10, some of the top 10 coins, like we have discussed some of the large cap altcoins like Cardano and Ethereum and Binance, EOS. So EOS we haven't discussed, but some of these things from the top 10 will be Chainlink. These will be pumping very hard during the start of the altcoin season. So that's a major indication of altcoin season, whether it is going to start. So that's a major thing. And now let's have a look on Bitcoin dominance chart. This is also important. This is also indicates whether we are going to approach an altcoin season, whether we are approaching an altcoin season. So you can see for now the Bitcoin dominance chart is high. It is looking in an uptrend, and I'm expecting this would reverse after reaching 73.1, because that is one of the important resistance zone. We can expect from there it can turn bearish, and we'll be getting some rejection over here. Then it can the altcoin season will start. I am expecting that would happen. That can happen in coming weeks, maybe January first week or second week. We can expect some movements in alts, which once it breaks down this line, and also once it breaks down this line, we'll be having some tremendous gain in altcoins. And also once it breaks down this particular trend line, once this Bitcoin dominance breaks down this particular trend line, we will be having tremendous gain, guys, tremendous gain. We can expect this trend change after breaking this particular trend line, and we can expect this kind of drop in the Bitcoin dominance chart. So that's the major thing about the Bitcoin dominance chart. Now we can see the infrastructure projects, the major three projects. The first project we are going to see is Graph. So Graph, they have launched in December 18. So recently they have launched, and it's a nice project in terms of providing infrastructure and in terms of providing tools for creating decentralized applications. So in terms of that, it is a nice project, and I'm not going deeper into this now. We can see about this project deeper in a separate video, but this is a nice project, and deeper in the sense of how it works and how the who are the people, who are the people in the sense, what are the roles that is offering, that is offered by graph protocol. So what are the things that they are doing in detail, we can see it in a separate video. But for now, we can first discuss about the price. It started with 0.1 and it made 7x, it went to 0.75. So it made 7x from the launch, from the listing price, then it dropped. Now it is dropping downwards, and you can say it's like a cool off. That is what happening now after the huge launch craze, and now it is dropping severely. And we can expect it would drop further, because it's now, we can see it is in a downtrend. This trend is heading towards downwards. So the major thing is better wait for some consolidation, then you can enter into this project. That's a major thing. You can wait for some consolidation, like movement, like sideways movement. That's a good idea. And in terms of exchanges, it has been listed on the big exchanges like Binance, Coinbase. So it is listed on top exchanges. That's a major thing, and it is backed by huge investors, guys. We can see that one. And let's see the supply. In terms of supply, it is 1 billion. The maximum supply is 10 billion. Now the total circulating supply, is 1.2 billion. So quite a huge supply. But if the network activity, and if there is a need for this particular graph infrastructure, this tool in terms of providing tools for infrastructure. So if there is a more demand for this particular project, we can expect the price can go further upwards. That's the major thing. And in terms of bull market, it will I'm sure it will perform very well. So it will perform very well during this particular bull market, because it has that much hype. So let's see what it is. The graph API for a vibrant decentralized future. So it's an API in the sense it will provide different tools for creating decentralized application. You can see over here, the graph is an indexing protocol for querying networks like Ethereum and IPFS. Anyone can build, publish open APIs called subgraphs. So which is called as, you can see over here, anyone can build and publish open APIs. That is called as subgraphs, making data easily accessible. So that is how it works. And they have mentioned how to create example of their codings and how it look like, and query and result. And you can see over here, graph ingests, process, indexes, and serves the data in a verifiable way. So this is how it works. Consumers will be there, API indexing, public data encrypted, and it will be sent to blockchain storage networks, P2P networks, and this is encrypted private data. And we can see what they are doing. You can see so much is getting built. Entrepreneurs are creating next level apps to scale human coordination on the internet. So this is the main thing. So entrepreneurs are creating next level apps to scale human coordination on the internet. It's a new frontier, and we are just started. So there is lots of tools. Then people are building in terms of DeFi applications, governance, grant and philanthropy, marketplaces, entertainment, social. In terms of DeFi, some of the people are using this graph now to build DeFi applications. You can see over here. Let's have a look on this. Some of the projects which are built by graph, so made by the graph. You can see over here. So these are some of the projects. Like, they have different niches, subcategories inside DeFi. You can see analytics, currencies, custody, derivatives, exchanges, insurance. Let's have a look on exchanges. What are the exchanges that is made by graph, using graph? You can see these are some of the exchanges: Who Exchange, LCX, Vazirix, and Coin Paprika, CoinList. Some of the bigger exchanges like Kyber, which are made by graph. It's a huge project, guys. So it's a backend project. That is what this is not known to most of the thing, and the token is launched now. And you can see, because you can see over here, this graph team has been working behind these projects, because they using the graph they built these projects. You can see over here, Akala, lots of projects you can see made by the graph. So that's a major thing, and it's a huge infrastructure project. We can expect it will perform very well during this particular bull run. And you can we have lots of applications in governance. So in terms of governance and in terms of marketplaces, so there are different projects that is built by graph. Social, so entertainment, lots of things. And this is in terms of marketplaces. So status and Singularity Net marketplace, mainly for artificial intelligence. Ocean Protocol, that is marketplace. So you can see most number of projects are built. Bondly Finance, most of the projects are built by graph, by providing tools. That's a major thing. And that is all about graph. By combining Web3 protocol, developers can build DApps. So using Web3 protocol, developer can build DApps with powerful new features for solving the world's greatest challenges. agency, our own your identity, data and reputation, reliability guaranteed to run forever on a reliable public infrastructure, interoperability, seamlessly switch between the apps, so you can able to switch between the apps, money, programmable money and financial control, contracts, security, safe, secure and private, governance, transparent rules that people have a voice in. So this is all about Graph network, and it is live on mainnet. Marketplace of service providers. This is a major thing. A marketplace of service providers ensures that data remains open and that the apps continue to run no matter what. So this is the GRT token address, smart contract address, and there are different roles for there are different roles like indexers, curators, delegators, and each one have different functions in this particular network. About these networks and about everything and about Graph network in depth, we can see it in a separate video. So that's a major thing. I can show you some. This is the thing I can just we can have a look on this smaller thing. Like, mission of the Graph is to enable internet applications that entirely powered by public infrastructure. That's a major thing. So main aim of Graph is to build an internet application which should be entirely run on public infrastructures like Ethereum, blockchains. That public infrastructure means blockchains like Ethereum, Polkadot. These are public infrastructures, not like Google, Amazon. So that's a major thing. And full stack decentralization will enable applications to robust business failures and trend seeking. Also facilitates unprecedented level of interoperability. Users and developers will be able to know the software they invest time and money into can't suddenly disappear, which means in terms of centralized networks, if anything happens to that particular centralized network, the application depends on that particular centralized network will go on, and the people work for that particular applications. For example, you can say YouTube. So YouTube is a centralized network which is on Google. So if anything happened to that particular network, if YouTube is gone, and if YouTube is if YouTube gets some corruptions or some corrupted or some other things, if it gets damaged, what will happen? It will affect the users, and also it will affect the channels which is built on that, and it will affect the people's work. So that is a major thing. There is a huge risk of centralization. So if anything happens to that particular centralized body, it will affect the whole world. In terms of decentralized, it is not like that. So public infrastructure is very much important in terms of any project. That's a major thing. So aim of the crypto is to decentralize everything, guys. That's a major thing. The main mission of crypto is to decentralize everything. We need the internet and everything to be decentralized. So this is the next level of internet, and this is the next level of we have centralized internet. Now this is the next level of internet which is providing decentralized internet. And in terms of decentralized internet, we will be having decentralized applications. So that is a major thing. It is focusing on the infrastructure project, and I'm bullish on this particular project, quite a big one, but it can perform very well during the next bull run. The next project we are going to see is Parsec. So Parsec is a nice project, and we have discussed about this particular project. I think in the previous videos we have discussed a lot about Parsec, and in a separate video, I think not separate video, in combined with other altcoins, we have discussed Parsec in detail and what it is doing, what other things are happening in Parsec. We have discussed a lot, and you can have a look on that video in order to know more about Parsec. So up from there, we have a great performance, great ride in Parsec. You can see over here. And it was around the price was during the launch, it was around 0.01 at that time, and it went to a hype of $0.26, and it dropped back to $0.11, and it was staying around that area for quite a long period of time. You can see sideways movement, and it jumped from $0.2 to $0.6 in December 13. So it's a great gain. You can see in the past 14 days 309.6% gain in Parsec, and actually it is a nice project because and one more thing, they have updated their tokenomics. They have did a lot to the tokenomics, and you can see now the maximum supply of Parsec is 500 million, and now the circulating supply is just 100 million. So it's a quite nice project. The rank is 157, still 156, still a low. You can say still it's an low cap project. So it has lots of area to grow, and let's have a look on that one. I'm not going deeper into that. I'm going to have just a summary, and you can have, if you want to get more info about Parsec, you can have a look on that particular video. I can attach that video in the description. You can see turn blockchain data into action. So it is like, for example, in terms of chaining, it is getting the outside data into blockchains. it is providing real world data into blockchains. It is opposite to Chainlinks. The PASIC is providing blockchain data into certain actions. For example, one of the example looks like this. You can see over here, instant notification. So you can set Bitcoin transaction. For example, if you can set any trigger, and if that particular prices get triggered, you will be getting notification on Telegram bot. So that's a major thing. You can see Bitcoin transaction. It's an example. When address receives a new transaction, then you can set this is the condition. If this happens, you can set the action. The action is Telegram bot. Alert me in Telegram about the new transaction. So this is you can set any conditions that happened in blockchain. You will be getting a notification. That's a major thing. So it is like converting the blockchain data into action. So connect blockchain activity to off-chain apps and devices. You can connect the blockchain activities, the activities that is going on blockchain into off-chain apps and devices. Monitor and secure DeFi application. You can also monitor and secure DeFi application and build custom event triggers and power real-time automation. So you can also perform certain automations, and it is very much easier. And in terms of setting all these things, it is an easier user interface to do these kind of things. And you can see trigger like Bitcoin when addresses is a new transaction. You can set action of Telegram bot and data add risk score. You can also set what data you want. Add risk score, enrich off-chain data, action, send via Slack, notify complaints team via Slack. So these are the things and complex workflows. So it's like a complex workflow. You can also set all these things and in just few clicks. That's a major thing. The user interface of setting this is very much easier. You can see over here what do you want to monitor. So you are setting some addresses, customize it, transaction from to, and do this, send the Telegram message. So it's very much easier, guys. So it's an pick and place things, and it is very much easier to set up. And this is very much needed in order to track anything happened in the blockchains, and also very much needed for DeFi and other stuffs also. You can see it's very much customizable. That is what mentioned here. So it's a quite nice project. I'm expecting this would perform very well during the next year. That's a major thing. And in terms of PRQ token, they have the main purpose of the PRQ token is like you can see over here. It's an essential price of PRQ tokens, an essential piece of PASIC platform that coexists with the fiat payments for users using its services. So pricing is there. If you want to use these services, you have to pay, and there are free for certain number of actions, and above certain number of actions you have to pay. That is per month, and mainly this is to support the, you can see over here, payments within our platform are that made in PRQ tokens, guaranteed discount rate. If you are paying with PRQ tokens, you will be getting discount rate if instead of paying in fiat. If you are paying in fiat, you won't get any discounted. So if you are paying in PRQ tokens, you will be get discounted. And you can see starting Q4 2020, every time a user consumes the platform service. So this is nice actually. So this is what I'm impressed about this particular tokenomics. You can see starting Q4 2020, every time a user consumes platform services, a random fraction of tokens will be sent to special retention wallet, where it will be locked for 5 years, which will reduce the circulating supply to incentivize the long-term support of the project. So it's quite nice actually, and in terms of tokenomics. So the which means every users, when they consume the particular platform services, random fraction of tokens will be locked. So which will reduce the circulating supply of a particular project, which will in turn increase the price of the particular project. So it's a quite nice tokenomics, and I'm expecting this would perform very well during the next bull run. So this is our second pick, and it is quite small project. And the third pick is this one. The third pick is Marlin. So Marlin protocol, it's quite a nice project because they are providing different kind of approach in terms of providing scaling to the blockchain. So they are providing scaling, to the blockchains, but it's quite different, and it is one of the important infrastructure project, and this will help the blockchain to scale from layer 0. So I can explain that one now, and it is very nice one, and it will enhance the transaction speed of any blockchains. So it's a quite nice project, and it is a quite very small cap. You can see the rank is 309. The maximum supply is 3.1 billion, the total tokens, and we are having this circulating supply. Of 428 million. So the supply is quite a large one, but we can expect it will perform well during the next bull run. So that's a major thing. And from start, we had a great drop that is from 0.19 to it went drop, and it was moving sideways, but it will pump again, guys. That's the major thing, and you can see, and we can see what it is all about. So that's the major thing, and it can pump soon because now it is moving sideways, but it will perform very well in the coming years and coming days. So what it is, and what Marlin is doing. So Marlin, it is doing accelerating decentralized communication. So accelerating decentralized communication, an open protocol that provides high performance programmable network infrastructure for DeFi and Web3. So it is providing an high performance programmable network infrastructure for DeFi and Web 3.0. So the major thing is Marlin addresses today's pressing concerns at layer 0. So it is providing scaling from layer 0. So we have 3 layers. For example, the layer 0 is called as the base layer, the bottom layer of blockchain. So the bottom layer, we can call layer 0 as a network layer, and layer 1 will be the main layer, that is the main chain. For example, blockchains like Ethereum, EOS, and other blockchains like Cardano. So different blockchains are there. The main chain will be the layer 1. So where all the blocks are get agreed and the transaction is verified in the layer 1. And the layer 2, there are different layer 2 solutions also. The layer 2 solutions like Matic is there, XDAI is there. So there are layer 2 solutions also. So layer 2 solutions are side chains. In terms of providing scaling from layer 2, how it works is we will be loading some of the, we will be taking some of the works that is happening on layer 1, and we will be transforming that to layer 2, that is side chains. And the side chains will do most of the works, and which will reduce the work on the main chain, and thereby reducing the thereby enhancing the scalability, and thereby reducing the congestion over the main chain. And by reducing the congestion over the main chain, we are achieving the scalability. So this is how usually the side chains and the layer 2 scaling works. And by increasing the scalability, what will happen is we can have faster transaction. That's a major thing in terms of any blockchains. So in terms of this Marlin protocol, it is scaling from layer 0. So it is providing scaling at layer 0 in the sense bottom layer, that is a network layer. Since it is providing scaling from layer 0, that is the bottom layer, that is a network layer, it can be suitable for all the blockchains. So we have layer 1 where the main chain is there. For example, in terms of Ethereum or Cardano, the layer 1 will be the main chain. Since this particular project is providing the scaling from layer 0, it is compatible for all the blockchains. So it's a nice project, really nice project, and really a nice thought, and it is decentralized, and in another way it is also providing incentives for these things running the nodes. And you can see over here, scalability, unreliable networks, and long block propagation delays a key factor limiting blockchain throughput. And you can see Marlin SDK provides a plug and play networking alternative to increase the throughput of all blockchains with minimal protocol changes. So with minimal protocol changes, we can able to increase the throughput of blockchain, which is done at layer 0 level. So that is a major thing. That is done at networking layer level. So because of that, it is compatible for all the blockchains, and it is decentralized. Marlin SDK allows blockchains and off-chain protocols to scale to hundreds of thousands of nodes without compromising on performance. So without compromising on performance, it can able to scale hundreds and thousands of nodes. So it's decentralized. The number of decent blockchains are often restricted, small number guaranteed low confirmation times, but this is what it is addressing. And anonymity, a pattern of packet propagation through P2P network reveals the origin of transaction. Marlin Foundry enable creation and deployment of anonymity networks that can be seamlessly integrated through Marlin SDK. This is anonymity, and you can see Marlin SDK robust P2P peer-to-peer networking design, performance, and security. The main features are, you can see, high throughput blockchains, larger network, higher throughput, low confirmation time. That is more important. Higher throughput means the confirmation time will be low. Priority gas auction, metadata privacy, plug and play, flexible integration, decentralized storage, and last thing is high frequency trading. And it's quite a nice one, providing scalability from layer 0. So network bandwidth, these are the other things, and Marlin Foundry. And in terms of backers and investors, it's a huge, guys. You can see about this, who are the investors of this project. And it is a huge investors. We have supporters from Arrington XRP Capital. We know this is a nice, these are the important investors. You can see, have a look on this. Binance Lab is there, and Electric Capital, Fenbushi Capital is there, and we have NGC Ventures, quite a big supporters. You can have a look on this. You can see BitTorrent, people from BitTorrent, MIT. So it's a greater supporters for this particular project, and these guys are the important supporters in the crypto industry, and most of them are in supporting this particular project. And you can see these are the team, and most of the people are from India. It is based on India. They are going to have dev shop in India also. People from, I think, IIT Mumbai, and some of the people from MIT and Stanford. So combinedly they are doing this one. It's a quite nice project, and really nice project in terms of providing scaling from the layer 0 solution. Layer 0, that's a major thing, guys. So I am expecting this would perform very well during the next year. So it's a nice project in terms of providing scaling to any blockchains, and it is compatible for all the blockchains. So that's all. That's a major thing I have to discuss. And in terms of I forgot to discuss some of the main investors in terms of Graph. So I think it is also a nice one. You can have a look on this. The investors are huge, guys. In terms of Graph also, the investors are, I think, you can see it's backed by huge investors. See the lineup. Coinbase Venture is there, so that's a major thing, major advantage, and lots of investors are there. So this is also quite a nice project. Graph providing infrastructure in terms of providing DApps and other things. This is also an infrastructure project, Parsec, which is providing, which turns blockchain data into an real life actions. That's a major thing. Data into actions. Turn blockchain data into actions. We have seen the examples. So this is also quite a nice project in terms of infrastructure. And the last one is the Marlin, providing scalability at layer 0. So these are the important projects in terms of providing infrastructure. So that's all, and it is quite a nice project for the 2021 bull run, and we can expect lots of price movement in these projects. So that's all for this video. Hope you like this video. If you like this video, please smash the like button and also subscribe to support this channel. I'll see you guys in another video of Crypto with CryptoMac. Until then, signing off, CryptoMac. See you guys.